suffix. Suffix is the second part of the IUPAC name of the organic compounds. And suffix are of two types. One is the primary suffix and the other one is the secondary suffix. And the primary suffix is written just to the right side of the root word. Just after the root word, you are supposed to write the primary suffix. And what does this primary suffix indicate? Primary suffix indicates the type of linkage or bonds that is present between the carbon atoms in the parent chain. The parent chain may contain a single bond, it may contain double bonds, or it may contain triple bonds. So the primary suffix indicates the type of bonds that is present between the carbon atoms in the parent chain. And depending upon the type of bonds or linkage between the carbon chain, you have different primary suffix. If the parent chain contains carbon-carbon single bonds, then you will have the suffix ANE. If you have a carbon-carbon double bond in the parent chain, then the primary suffix will be ENE. If we have a triple bond, that is, if I have a carbon-carbon triple bond in the parent chain, then the primary suffix will be YNE. So remember, suffix, it is the second part of the IUPAC name of the organic compound. There are of two types, primary suffix and secondary suffix. Primary suffix is written towards the right side of the root word and it indicates the type of bonds or linkage that is present between the carbon atoms in the parent chain. We will consider certain examples. First example, CH3, CH2, CH3. Now, first you are supposed to identify the longest chain of carbon atoms. And next thing, you are supposed to number the parent chain. Here, the parent chain contains 3 carbon atoms and you can number it either from the right hand side or from the left hand side. It doesn't make any difference. So, numbering it 1, 2 and 3. Since there are 3 carbon atoms, the root word for this compound will be pro. And if you observe the parent chain, there are only carbon-carbon single bonds present in the parent chain. Therefore, the root word, the suffix will be ANE and the suffix is written after the root word and the name of the compound becomes propane. Coming to the next example, CH3, single bond CH, double bond CH, single bond CH3. First, identify the parent chain. The parent chain contains 4 carbon atoms and there is a double bond in the parent chain. Now, we are supposed to number the parent chain either from left hand side or from right hand side. If I number it from the left hand side, it is 1, 2, 3 and 4. And if I number it from the right hand side, it is 1, 2, 3 and 4. You number it either from left hand side or from the right hand side. The double bond lies between the second carbon and between the third carbon. Therefore, we will number it as 1, 2, 3, 4. And we all know that the double bond belongs to the previous carbon. That is, this double bond belongs to carbon 2. That is, the locant of the double bond is carbon 2. Now, since there are 4 carbon atoms, the root word for this compound is bute. And there is a double bond on the second carbon atom. Since you have a double bond, we all know that the primary prefix will be ENE and you are supposed to write the primary prefix along with the locant. That is, if there is any double bond or triple bond present in the molecule, then the primary prefix is written along with the locant after the root word, and here the locant is 2, and therefore the primary prefix will be 2-ene, and the name of the compound will be butene. Coming to the next example, CH, triple bond C, single bond CH3. Now we will identify the parent chain, and the parent chain contains 3 carbon atoms. Now we are supposed to number it in such a way that the triple bond gets the least number. Therefore, I number it from the left hand side. Therefore, the triple bond lies between the first carbon and the second carbon, and the triple bond belongs to the previous carbon, that is carbon 1. Now coming to the root word, since there are 3 carbon atoms, the root word will be pro, and you are supposed to write the primary prefix, and the primary prefix will be YNE along with its locant, and locant is 1, therefore the primary prefix will be 1YNE, and the name of the compound is prop-1-ine. Remember, if the double bond, triple bond or the functional group gets the locant 1, then the locant can be neglected. As in this case, since the locant is 1, the IUPAC name of this compound can be written as prop-1-ine or simply propine. It is done because the locant is 1, and if the locant of the double bond, triple bond or the functional group is 1, then the locant can be neglected or deleted. Secondary suffix. Secondary suffix is written after the primary suffix, and the secondary suffix represents the functional group that is present in the organic compound. That is, secondary suffix is written after the primary suffix to indicate the functional group attached to the parent chain. Secondary suffix of different functional groups are given here. We will just look into that. In the first column, I have written the name of the organic compounds. In the second column, I have written the functional group of those class of organic compounds, and in the third column, I have indicated the secondary suffix. Alcohols have a functional group OH, and the secondary suffix will be OL. Aldehydes CHO, AL. Ketones COONE. Carboxylic acids will have a functional group COOH, and the secondary suffix will be OIC acid or oic acid. Esters have a functional group COO, and the secondary suffix will be O8. Cyanides, CN will be the functional group, and the secondary suffix will be nitrile. Amines, NH2, amine. Amides have a functional group CONH2, and the secondary suffix will be amide itself. There are certain rules to be followed while writing the secondary suffix. We'll just make a note of those. First thing, as I have mentioned earlier, secondary suffix should be written after the primary suffix along with its locant. Secondly, if the secondary suffix starts with an vowel, that is, if the secondary suffix starts with the letter A, E, I, O, U, or if the secondary suffix starts with the letter Y, then the last letter E of the primary suffix is dropped or it is deleted. Remember, if the secondary suffix starts with the letters A, E, I, O, U or the letter Y, then the last letter E of the primary suffix is ignored. Next, suppose there are more than one functional group of the same type that is present in the organic compound, then the secondary suffix is written as di, tri, tetra, etc. to indicate the number of functional groups present. That is, if the functional group are the same in the organic compound and there are more than one functional groups, then to indicate the number of functional groups present in the organic compound, we use the words di, tri, tetra, etc. in the secondary suffix. We will look into some examples. First one, CH3, CH2, COOH. Clearly, COOH will be the functional group and the chain is numbered from the carbon of the functional group, that is COOH, and the parent chain contains 3 carbon atoms. Since it contains 3 carbon atoms, the root word will be pro. Therefore, the root word of this organic compound is pro. Coming to the primary suffix, we all know that it indicates the type of bonds between the carbon atoms present in the parent chain. Here, there are only single bonds present between the carbon atoms. Therefore, the primary suffix will be ANE. Coming to the secondary suffix, it indicates the type of functional group present in the parent chain. Here, the functional group is carboxylic acid and the secondary suffix for carboxylic acid is oic acid, and you are supposed to indicate the secondary suffix along with its locant. Therefore, the secondary suffix will be 1-oic acid and the name of the organic compound will be propane 1-oic acid. And we all know that if the secondary suffix starts with an vowel, then the last letter E of the primary suffix is ignored or deleted. And if the functional group is present on the first carbon atom or if the locant is 1, then even the locant 1 can be ignored. Therefore, the IUPAC name of this organic compound will be propanoic acid. Coming to the next example, CH3, single bond C, triple bond C, single bond CHO. Clearly, aldehydes is the functional group here, and we are supposed to number the parent chain from the carbon of the aldehyde group. That is, it is 1, 2, 3 and 4. There are 4 carbon atoms present and therefore the root word for this compound will be bute. Coming to the primary suffix, since there is a triple bond in the parent chain, it will have the primary suffix YNE, and the triple bond is present between the second and third carbon atom, but the triple bond belongs to the previous carbon atom, that is, it belongs to carbon 2. Therefore, the primary suffix will be 2YNE. Now, coming to the secondary suffix, the functional group here is aldehydic functional group, and we all know that if the aldehydic functional group is present, then the secondary suffix will be al. That is, the secondary suffix here is al. Therefore, the name of the organic compound will be but-2-enol. Coming to the third example, here the organic compound contains two functional groups. That is, there are two COOH groups. If we number it either from the left hand side or from the right hand side, the functional group will get the same number. Therefore, I just number it from the left hand side, 3, 4 and 5. And clearly there are 5 carbon atoms present, and the root word for this organic compound will be pent. And there are only single bonds present in the carbon chain. Therefore, the primary suffix will be ane. There are two functional groups present, one on the first position and the second one on the fifth position. Therefore, you are supposed to write the secondary suffix indicating the locant of the functional group. And since it is carboxylic acid, it will have the secondary suffix oic acid, and the secondary suffix will be 1,5. And since there are two functional group of the same kind, you are supposed to indicate it by using the word di. It is 1,5 dioic acid. And since the secondary suffix starts with O, which is an oval, the E of the primary suffix is ignored. Therefore, the name of the compound will be pentan 1,5 dioic acid. Prefix. Prefix is the third part of the IUPAC name of the organic compound. Even prefix are of two types, primary prefix and a secondary prefix. First, we will look into the primary prefix. Primary prefix is written just before the root word, and primary prefix indicates whether the given organic compound is a cyclic compound or an open chain compound. Depending upon whether it's an open chain compound or a cyclic compound, we give different names to the primary prefix. That is, if the organic compound is an open chain compound, then the open chain compound does not have any primary prefix. If the organic compound is a cyclic compound, then the primary prefix will be cyclo. Open chain compounds do not have any primary prefix. Cyclic compounds will have a primary prefix cyclo. We will consider certain examples. First example, CH2, CH2, CH2. Here, clearly you can see here that it's a cyclic compound. Now, first thing, we'll identify the root word. There are 3 carbon atoms in this chain or in this ring, and therefore the root word will be pro. Next thing, coming to the primary suffix, there are only carbon-carbon single bond present in the ring. Therefore, it will have the primary suffix ane. Since there are no functional group present in this organic compound, it will not have any secondary suffix. Coming to the primary prefix, since it's a cyclic compound, it will have the primary prefix cyclo. Now, the IUPAC name of this organic compound is cyclopropanone. Coming to the second example, you can see here the ring consists of 6 carbon atoms, and the ring has a functional group, that is C double bond O. Now, since there are 6 carbon atoms present in the ring, the root word of this organic compound will be hex. And if you observe, all the carbon atoms in the ring are joined by carbon-carbon single bonds. Since there are only carbon-carbon single bonds present in the ring, the primary suffix will be ANE. And you have a functional group, that is C double bond O, that is nothing but ketone, and the secondary suffix of ketone is ONE, therefore the secondary suffix here is ONE. Since it's a cyclic compound, you will have a primary prefix of cyclo. And here, if you observe, the secondary suffix starts with vowel, that is O. Therefore, the last letter E of the primary suffix is deleted or ignored, and the IUPAC name of this compound will be cyclohexanone. Secondary prefix. Secondary prefix is always written before the primary prefix. And what does this secondary prefix indicates? Secondary prefix indicates the secondary prefix. Secondary prefix is always written before the primary prefix. And what does this secondary prefix? Secondary prefix. Secondary prefix is always written before the primary prefix. And what does secondary prefix indicates? Secondary prefix indicates the substituent groups that is present in the organic compound. Or in other words, secondary prefix is written before the primary prefix, and you are supposed to mention the locant of the secondary prefix, and it indicates the substituent group that is present in the organic compound. Now, what do you mean by the substituent groups? Substituent groups are those groups which are not named in the parent chain. Remember, substituent groups are not included in the parent chain. They are excluded in the parent chain, and they are not considered as functional groups. The groups that are not included in the parent chain and that are not considered as the functional group are named as secondary prefix. Now, let us note some of the substituent groups and their secondary prefix. The substituent group is CH3, and the secondary prefix will be methyl. C2H5 ethyl, C3H7 propyl, Cl chloro, Br bromo, I iodo, NO2 nitro. So these are the list of some of the substituent groups and their secondary prefix. Now we'll consider this example. Here, first thing, you are supposed to identify the longest chain of carbon atoms. The longest chain of carbon atoms will be as indicated here. Now, you are supposed to number it either from the right hand side or from the left hand side. If I number it from the left hand side, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the locant of the substituent group, the CH3 that is present here is the substituent group, and the locant of the substituent group will be 3. If I number it from the right hand side, then the locant of the substituent group will again be 3. So I can number it either from left hand side or either from right hand side. The locant of the substituent group will not change. Now, since there are 5 carbon atoms, the root word of this compound will be pent. And look into the parent chain, there are only carbon-carbon single bonds present. Therefore, the primary suffix will be ANE. There are no functional group present in this organic compound, therefore it doesn't have any secondary suffix. Now, coming to the primary prefix, since it's an open chain compound, it will not have any primary prefix. And coming to the secondary prefix, we all know that secondary prefix gives the name of the substituent group along with the locant. And here the substituent group is CH3, that is, it's a methyl group and it is present on the 3rd carbon atom. Therefore, the secondary prefix will be 3-methyl. And what will be the name of this organic compound? The name of this organic compound will be 3-methyl pentane. We will consider certain examples. In the first compound, if we observe here, COOH will be the functional group and Cl will be the substituent. If we look into the parent chain, we know that the parent chain should include the functional group. And the functional group should always get the least number while numbering. Therefore, I will number this compound from the right hand side, and it is numbered as 1, 2, 3 and 4, and there are 4 carbon atoms present. And the locant of the substituent group is 3. Now, since there are 4 carbon atoms present in the organic compound, the root word, which is the first part of the IUPAC name, will be but. Coming to the second part of the IUPAC name, which is the suffix, and this suffix are of 2 types, as we all know, primary and secondary. Primary suffix, we all know that indicates the type of linkages that is present between the carbon atoms in the parent chain. If you observe here, there are only single bonds present, and therefore the primary suffix will be ANE. Secondary suffix indicates the functional group, and here the functional group is carboxylic acid, that is COOH, and it will have the suffix oic acid, and the locant is 1, therefore the secondary suffix is 1-oic acid. Coming to the prefix, which is the third part of the IUPAC name, prefix are also of 2 types, primary and secondary. Primary prefix indicates whether the compound is an open chain compound or a closed chain compound. Since it's an open chain compound, it will not have any primary prefix. Coming to the secondary prefix, it indicates the substituent that is present in the organic compound, and here the substituent that is present is chloro, and the chloro is present on the 3rd carbon atom. Since it is present on the 3rd carbon atom, it will have the secondary prefix 3-chloro. Now, coming to the IUPAC name of this compound, if you observe here, the secondary suffix starts with vowel O. Since it starts with vowel O, the E of the primary suffix is deleted. Therefore, the IUPAC name of the compound is 3-chlorobutane 1-oic acid. Since the locant is 1 for the functional group, even that 1 can be ignored and the compound can be written as 3-chlorobutanoic acid. Coming to the next example, here the functional group that is present is CHO, that is it has an aldehydic functional group, and you have a substituent that is bromine on the second carbon atom. You have a double bond between second and third carbon atom, or the double bond is present between third and fourth carbon atom. Coming to the root word, there are 4 carbon atoms, therefore the root word will be but. Coming to the primary suffix, you have a double bond that is present in the parent chain, and the double bond belongs to the third carbon atom, therefore the primary suffix will be 3-ene. Coming to the secondary suffix, you have an aldehydic functional group, and aldehydes will have the suffix Al, and since it is present on the first carbon atom, it is 1-Al. Since it's an open chain compound, it will not have any primary prefix, and on the second carbon atom you have a bromine atom, therefore the secondary prefix is 2-bromo. And if you observe here, the secondary suffix starts with vowel A, therefore E of the primary suffix is deleted, and the name of this organic compound will be 2-bromo-but-3-enol. Since the locant of the functional group is 1, the locant is not mentioned in the IUPAC name, and therefore the name will be 2-bromo-butane-but-3-enol. Alphabetical rule. This rule states that if different substituents are present in the parent chain, then their prefix should be arranged according to the alphabetical order. That is, according to this rule, for example, suppose the parent chain contains different substituent groups at different carbon atoms, then how to name them or how to arrange them? They are always arranged according to the alphabetical order. That is, for example, if you have a methyl group and an ethyl group, then according to the alphabetical order, ethyl comes first, then comes methyl. We'll just take one example. This is the organic compound which I have written, and here first identify the longest chain, that is the parent chain, and the parent chain contains 6 carbon atoms, and that will be the longest chain. You are supposed to number it either from the left hand side or from the right hand side. If I number it from the left hand side, then the locants of the substituent groups will be 2 and 4. If I number it from the right hand side, then the locants of the substituent will be 3 and 5. Which is the correct way of numbering? That is given by lowest sum rule. Here, if I add the locants, then it comes to be 6 if I number it from left hand side. If I number it from right hand side, the sum of the locants will be 8. Therefore, the correct way of numbering is from the left hand side and not from the right hand side. This is according to the lowest sum rule which we have studied earlier. Now, since there are 6 carbon atoms, the root word, which is the first part of the IUPAC name, will be hex. That is, the root word of this organic compound is hex. Coming to the suffix, which is the second part, which consists of 2 parts, primary suffix and secondary suffix. As we all know, primary suffix indicates the type of linkages that is present between the carbon-carbon atoms. Since there are only single bonds present in this organic compound, the primary suffix is ANE. There are no functional groups, therefore we don't have any secondary suffix. Coming to the prefix, primary prefix, since it's an open chain compound, it will not have any primary prefix. Coming to the secondary prefix, we all know that it gives the substituent present in the organic compound, and if you observe here, you have a functional group on the fourth carbon atom, you have a substituent on the second carbon atom and you have a substituent on the fourth carbon atom. The substituent that is present on the second carbon atom is a methyl group, that is CH3 group. And the substituent that is present on the fourth carbon atom is C2H5, that is ethyl group. You are supposed to arrange this group according to the alphabetical order, that is ethyl comes first and methyl comes later. Ethyl group is present on the fourth carbon atom and the methyl group is present on the second carbon atom. Therefore, the secondary prefix will be 4-ethyl 2-methyl and the IUPAC name of this organic compound will be 4-ethyl 2-methyl hexane.